The Leo, the Aries, and the Sagittarius, this week for you is about big choices, big important choices that can lead to your long lasting happiness, your long lasting freedom, and your long lasting joy. So make sure this week that when you're planning whatever little events or whatever your interactions are, think about your higher values or your most valuable outcomes that you want. So think long term. Think about engaging in the activities, the interactions, or sowing seeds this week for things that equal long-term happiness and long-term success. Okay, so you're going into partnership with your thoughts, you're going into partnership with your intentions, you're going into partnership with your emotions. So every emotion that you feel, every thought that you have, you want to say, is this something I want to be holding on to for life? Is this something that if I engage with, if I co-create with this energy, this thought, this feeling, this sensation, is this going to be something good for me long term? Um, and I think that by surrendering to being aware and having that discernment, it is going to open up something very beautiful for you over the next 3 weeks. Because this is the energy of the full moon. It's affecting you in that way. So be very careful with the choices you're making. Think big, think really big. Okay. So don't put too much emphasis on just this week or just this year, but think long term, even in your food choices. Okay. So think long term and think to the big picture. Fire signs. Okay. Earth signs, this week for you is going to be a lot of temptation to feel, to do the most, to take on so much, to be everybody's rock, to be everybody's support, to even try to pressure yourself to get so much done. I see a lot of you earth signs just really struggling to try to accomplish so much, especially the Capricorns and the Taurus. I see y'all really struggling to try to take on so much energy, so much, and the Virgos trying to take on other people. I know y'all don't like being people's saviors, but you still find yourselves being burdened with people's problems as well as your own. So for the earth signs, I feel like this is going to be a week that you might be tempted to feel like the victim, like, why me? There's nobody there for me. I'm always there for everybody, but where is everybody when I need help? But you want to stop to look that some of it is self-created in your life, and that is not as bad as you think it is. But it's not going to be a tough week for you. It's just going to be a lot of energies tempting you to play the victim. Don't do it. Don't play the victim. Don't take on more than you can handle, and give yourself a break. And if you do feel like you're just suffering, just take a moment and just know this too will pass. But don't go into agreement with that victim ideology and thoughts. Okay, air signs. So I said this last night, and I already saw how I didn't take heed to it. We are asked to bridle our tongue, bridle our mouth, bridle our thoughts. So you air signs, Libras, Gemini, and Aquarius. This is the week that our motivation is going to be thinking before we speak. Thinking before we speak, and rewording what comes out of our mind or our thoughts, our emotions, or just whatever this intellect is coming up with. Even though it may sound good, it may sound logical, and even though we know, man, if I say that, they're really going to get the point of what I'm trying to communicate, we still want to stop and be like, but do they need to know that? Is this really going to produce the type of warm heartedness in the individuals we're talking to, even ourselves, okay? But this is a week about being very slow to speak, all right? Slow to anger, but quick to listen, quick to understand. But listen within yourself and find a different way to speak, different way to express your idea. Even if it's not a verbal attack or another person, or a comeback, even if it's just you trying to communicate, find a way to better communicate your idea to get people on board with you. Be patient, take your time, and make sure that you're digesting and you're replaying over and over again, what's the best way to say this so I can have the best reaction or get the best response that I desire. So first, maybe hold the idea, what do you want to get? What response would you like the people to feel? And if it's not loving and warm, find ways to make sure that you're communicating ways where other people feel warm and loving. So take your time and be very slow, practice a lot of patience before you speak, air signs. Water signs. This is a week, motivation for you this week to find something to do just for fun, okay? Just for fun, short term, but something that you can do that keeps you in the space of feeling your true, authentic self. I would encourage you to try to do something creative, but but maybe try to do something creative for other people as well as yourself, but maybe include other people in on it. So let's say that you decide that you want to go get a massage, or if you want to go and treat yourself to some dessert, and find somebody else that you can take with you. And don't worry, you're the opposite of the air and the fire. Your idea is just think about, you don't have to figure out, well, is this somebody I really want to be hanging out with, or is this somebody I really want to it could be a stranger. Don't think long term. Don't make this week so serious. This is a fleeting week for you, water signs. What you experienced this week, and this is not to ridicule you, but any type of little short-term fun that you have is just for this week. It doesn't mean anything. So you can go ahead and have fun with some strangers, healthy fun with strangers, or people that you really don't normally want to spend a lot of time with. This would be a good week to invite them out with you as you seek to enjoy yourself and have fun. But share your experience with other people, water signs. Okay, so have some fun this week. Don't worry about how silly it is. You're not committing to anything long term. It's just right now, this week, and find some people to do it with and to share that experience with and treat them. Okay, water signs. All right, elements. All right, I hope all of you have found that helpful.